Aladdin is directed by Guy Ritchie and is the next live-action remake in Disney's series of live-action remakes. And this one, again, tells the story of Aladdin. You know, it's pretty much a direct remake of the original Aladdin that stars some guy, I don't know who he is, as Aladdin, Naomi Scott as Jasmine, and Will Smith as the Genie, the controversial casting pick of Will Smith as the Genie. The original Aladdin was one of my favorites as a kid. I watched it all the time on Disney Channel, and it's one of those iconic Disney movies that begs the question, why does this need a remake? You know, I get it's live action, and I get they want to do live action remakes, but why does this one need to be remade? I never understood that. So when the trailer came out, I thought all the promotional stuff looked bad. I didn't have high hopes for it. It looked very bland, very emotional. Will Smith looked hilarious as the Genie. And not like hilarious and, oh my god, he's going to be funny in the movie. No, hilarious like, oh my god, this is going to suck. And you know, I didn't really have any anticipation for it. I had an anticipation for it because it's Disney. I'm a big Disney supporter, so I had some anticipation, but not really once I saw the trailer. So pretty much I thought this movie was gonna suck. After seeing the movie, it's fine. It's fine. It's not the disaster I thought it was gonna be, but it's not really a good movie. It doesn't come anywhere near the original and doesn't really improve on the original in really any aspect. The performances in this movie are very bland. They're very bland, uninspiring really, and at times, it's weird, at times it feels like they're reading off cue cards. It reminded me of Brie Larson from Captain Marvel. She felt like she was just reading off a cue card the entire movie. The same thing happened in this one. The guy playing Aladdin, Naomi Scott, basically everyone felt like they were just reading off cue cards. And then at other times, it felt like they were actually trying. It was weird. Sometimes it felt like they were trying, not succeeding, but trying. And then other times, it felt like they were just reading off a cue card to get past the scene. It's kind of distracting, honestly. I will say this about the guy who plays Aladdin. Even though his performance was kind of bad, he did give off some little bit of likability to the character, so I found something in the actor to mention, even though he gave a very bland performance and didn't really care for the actor all that much. He seems a little too old to be Aladdin. When I pictured Aladdin in live action from the original, I pictured kind of like this teenager, early 20s type guy. This guy playing Aladdin looks like he's almost 30. I don't know, did anyone else think that, or was that just me? He seems like a little too old to be playing Aladdin. Jafar is an iconic villain in the Disney animated universe. You know, when people think about Disney villains from like the animated movies, Jafar's usually up there. And I liked him in the original, of course, you know, he's Jafar, but here I didn't like Jafar, and I didn't like him because he's the villain and you're not supposed to like the villain. It wasn't like that. I didn't like him because I didn't like the actor. You know, all the actors are bland, I mentioned that, but he was the most bland. He was so uninspiring, unthreatening, kind of boring, and I just didn't like the actor. Like, I felt like a different actor could have been picked to do this and could have done a much better job. One thing that is to be praised, though, at least for me, is the really good set design. The set design and some of the costumes look very, very good. You can tell that there's a lot of money that's been put into making this movie. But there is a slight issue with the whole costume design thing. And I've seen a few other critics mention this, and after seeing it, yeah, I agree with it too. They're just too polished and too clean. If you're going to do a live-action remake in this type of environment where the movie takes place, why is everything all sparkly and shiny and clean? It should be dirty. It should be kind of gritty. There's a scene where Aladdin is running through the sand, and when he's done, it's just like absolutely perfect. Like he didn't get touched or anything. There's a scene where he's falling through a waterfall, at least a waterfall type like thing, to go find the lamp. And when he gets up, he's perfectly dry. What? If you're gonna fall through a waterfall, you might want to make your actor look like he went through a waterfall. Not he went through a waterfall and then, you know, he quickly dried himself off and that's it. So there's pros and cons with the set design. Overall, it looks really cool, but there were some gripes with it, in my opinion at least. And now let's talk about the big one. The thing that everyone saw in the trailer and the whole internet went absolutely nuts, including myself. I thought the genie was going to absolutely suck in this movie. Everyone did. Will Smith looked hilarious, like I said in the beginning, as the genie. He didn't look convincing. It looked like it was going to be forced. The CGI looked bad. I can't believe I'm going to say this. He was the best part of the movie. I'm not kidding. Like I said, I thought he was going to suck. But surprisingly enough, he's funny. He's likable. He has charisma to him. The whole time I was watching him, my mind was just blown. I was like, wow, that is a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect Will Smith was going to be good. Now, don't get me wrong. He doesn't come anywhere near the level of Robin Williams. Robin Williams created one of the most iconic characters in movie history with the genie. Will Smith doesn't come near that. Don't get me wrong. But what he did in the movie, I liked. I really did like. Like I said, he was funny. He had charisma. He had charm to him too. Whenever he wasn't on screen, everything just fell back to this bland boringness from the first two acts. But when Will Smith is on screen, things kept going. Things started to pick up a little more. So Will Smith, good job. You proved everyone wrong, including myself. So in the end, Aladdin isn't the big disaster I expected it to be. I thought this movie was going to be absolutely terrible. I thought it was going to tarnish the original completely. But there's stuff I enjoyed in this movie, and I honestly would watch this movie again. Is it good? No, it's not good. At least in my eyes, it's not good. Little kids will probably like this movie. I had a bunch of little kids in my theater, and they were clapping and having fun with the movie, so little kids will probably like the movie. But as an adult who loves the original, this could have been better. This could have been a lot better. There's stuff I enjoyed. It's not quite a mixed bag because I can't call this movie a good movie just because of Will Smith's performance. It's just fine. This movie is fine for me. I would watch this movie again, but I'm not going to go out of my way to pay money to see this movie in the theater, and you guys can wait for the Redbox on this one. You're not really missing much if you skip this one, and if you do see the movie, then maybe you'll find some enjoyment. But for me, I had some enjoyment with it, but overall, it was just fine. So if you've guys seen Aladdin, let me know what you thought about it in the comments section below. And where do you stand on the Disney live action remakes? I was a full supporter of them. But now after seeing this one and Beauty and the Beast, I'm just kind of like on the fence about it. Like I'm still kind of supporting them. Like hopefully The Lion King will pull through and these remakes will actually be decent. But after seeing this one, I don't quite know. So whatever your thoughts on everything is, let me know in the comment section. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, click right here. And I'll see you guys next time.